Assalamu alaikum and good evening. You are watching Humsab TV and I am Muneeb Hamid with the news. Quake tremors felt in various areas of Pakistan. One girl killed. A minor girl was killed and 9 others were injured in Quetta as a 6.1 magnitude earthquake jolted various parts of the country. On Wednesday, the minor girl was killed when the roof of her house collapsed as a result of the earthquake. According to the Deputy Commissioner, rescue teams have been dispatched to affected areas in Quetta. The epicenter of the 6.9 magnitude team's earthquake lies 35 kilometers south of Jarm in Afghanistan, according to the United States Geological Survey. Tremors were also felt in Peshawar, Lahore, Islamabad and Karachi. In Peshawar, residents panicked and came out onto the streets as the quake's tremors were felt. However, no loss of life in the city has been reported as yet. Mobile phone signals went off. Nawaz's lawyer given 1 week to prepare arguments in disqualification under Article 62 case. Supreme Court on Wednesday allowed the lawyer representing former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's week's time to prepare his argument for the case regarding the interpretation of Article 62(1)(f) of the Constitution, the same article under which Sharif was disqualified last year. The case focused on asserting the period of disqualification of a member of parliament under the constitutional article is being heard by a 5-member bench of the Apex Court headed by Chief Justice Saqib Nisar and comprising Justice Sheikh Azmat Saeed, Justice Umar Ata Bandial, Justice Ijazul Ahsan and Justice Sajjad Ali Shah. Anti-Terrorism Court grants Shah Mahmood interim bail in terrorism cases until February 8. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Vice Chairman Shah Mahmood Qureshi was granted bail by an anti-terrorism court on Wednesday after he surrendered in 4 terrorism cases. Following the footsteps of his party chief and other leaders, Qureshi appeared before the ATC the first time since being nominated and requested the court to grant him interim bail. Ex-JIT member made Director General of Rawalpindi NAB. In a significant development, one of the active members of the Joint Investigation Team, which was formed by the Supreme Court to investigate the finances of ousted Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and family members of his family in the Panama Papers case, has been appointed Director General of the National Accountability Bureau, Rawalpindi Region. The office, which is dealing with corruption references against Mr. Sharif and other top politicians and bureaucrats. The decision regarding the posting of Irfan Naeem Mangi from the office of Balochistan NAB to Rawalpindi, Islamabad was made by NAB Chairman retired Justice Javed Iqbal on Tuesday as a notification sent. United States urged to chalk out plan for Afghan refugees repatriation. Minister for States and Frontier Regions Saffron Abdul Qadir Baloch has urged the United States to chalk out a framework for successful repatriation of Afghan refugees, keeping in view the security and economic situation. Talking to U.S. Deputy Secretary of State Nancy Izzo Jackson in Islamabad, he said Pakistan has been facing multiple and complex problems due to Afghan refugees. The minister said the package given by UNHCR is a major factor in repatriation. He asked the U.S. Deputy Secretary of State to work with Afghanistan for encouraging refugees to return back to Afghanistan. Senate body insists on halting PIA's privatization. A Senate panel on Tuesday asked the government to halt the privatization of Pakistan International Airlines after privatization minister Danial Aziz again insisted that the national flag carrier will still up for the grabs, which was contrary to an assurance that was the government paving to Parliament a week ago. Aziz's stance in a meeting of the Senate Standing Committee on Privatization was different from what advisor to Prime Minister on Aviation Sardar Mehtab Ahmed Khan Abbasi said in the upper house of Parliament. A week ago, Abbasi emphasized in the Senate that there was no plan to privatize PIA and the management was working hard to restructure the airline and regain its past glory. In first State of the Union address, Trump vows to keep Guantanamo Bay prison open. President Donald Trump made a pitch for national unity and strong borders in his maiden State of the Union address on Tuesday, calling for one team, one people and one American family after a year plagued by acrimony, division and scandal. He also announced that he would keep Guantanamo Bay open, breaking from his predecessor Barack Obama's lengthy and ultimately failed efforts to shutter the mainline detention facility. Catalonia postpones vote for president. Catalonia on Tuesday postponed the election of a new regional president until further notice after Spain's highest court said the sole nominee, separatist leader Carles Puigdemont, was ineligible while he remains a fugitive from justice in Belgium. The industrial northeastern region's drive for a split from Spain has led it to clash with the country's central government and judiciary, which says a declaration of independence is against the country's 39-year-old constitution. The Speaker of the House, Roger Torrent, gave no reason for the delay but said he would not nominate an alternative candidate. Separatists have a majority in the regional assembly and Puigdemont would almost certainly win the vote. FBI's number 2 official quits after censure by Trump. FBI Deputy Director Andrew criticized by President Donald Trump and other Republicans for alleged bias against him in favor of his 2016 Democratic opponent Hillary Clinton has stepped down, U.S. officials confirmed on Monday. McCabe, who served as acting Federal Bureau of Investigation chief for more than 2 months last year after Trump fired Director James Comey, had been expected to leave his post as the number 2 FBI official in March. The FBI said that David Bowditch, the number 3 FBI official, will take over as acting deputy director, while House spokeswoman Sarah Sanders, asked about McCabe's departure, told that, "I can tell you the president wasn't part of this decision-making process." Sanders said Trump continued to have full confidence in FBI Director Christopher Wray, who was appointed by Trump to replace Comey. Kenya's opposition leader proclaims himself as president. Kenyan authorities suspended television and radio stations on Tuesday as supporters of opposition leader Raila Odinga watched him take a symbolic presidential oath in a Nairobi park in a direct challenge to President Uhuru Kenyatta. Security forces made no move to stop the ceremony, which authorities had said would be illegal, but the government later declared the opposition National Resistance Movement a criminal group, paving the way for potential arrests. And now the sports news. Muhammad Amir deserved Player of the Series award. Former Pakistan all-rounder Yasir Arafat has said that left-arm pacer Muhammad Amir was justifiably given the Player of the Series award in the recently concluded 3-match T20 series between Pakistan and New Zealand, where Pakistan beat New Zealand 2-1. Amir returned figures of 0 for 13 in 3 overs, 2 for 28 in 4 overs and 1 for 23 in 4 overs against the Kiwis in the 3 T20s, retaining an economy rate of under 7, which helped Pakistan restrict the host, and Yasir believes 25-year-old uncanny ability to stop runs is his speciality, which is going to improve further. And now the weather news. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country. However, rain with light snowfall over the hills is expected at isolated places in Malaccan division. Dense fogging conditions are likely to prevail in plain areas of Punjab during morning hours. That's all for now. For more news and updates, keep watching Hums Up TV. Take care. Please subscribe to Hums Up TV and hit the notification icon on the screen to get the latest updates of our channel. Thank you for watching Hums Up TV.